Hey internet, so today I wanted to do kind of another first impressions video, but not really because I've already done a blog post on this, but I wanted to do like a smoky bronze tutorial, just something to wear because I'm going out today. And then I thought, well, I haven't actually featured this particular palette, which I had used in a previous video and then reviewed on my blog. So I thought, I guess I would do kind of a review video on it, and I would do a smoky eye tutorial as well. At least this time I can step through the steps more specifically. I don't know. Anyways, the palette I'm talking about is this Laura Mercier Eye Art palette. If you watched my purple smoky eye tutorial, then I actually used all the shades on the top. Not all of them, but those were the shades I used for my smoky eye tutorial. Purple smoky eye tutorial. And then today I wanted to do a bronze. It's not really bronze, but it's like a more neutral smoky eye. And I think I'll just use the bottom shades for this so that at least you'll know which shades I'm using. And I thought I would talk it through this time because of that time when I filmed it, I was going to do a voiceover, but I'd opened up this new Etsy store and all my time was sinking into just stocking stickers for that store, which I will talk about in a future video. But yes, I just didn't have the time, and so now that I have a little bit of time, I have like 20 minutes before I have to go, I figured I would walk you through. It's not really a get ready with me because I've already done half my face. This is really just more showing how I use these shades. So, eye primer as usual. It's like a staple for me. The one thing I always need if I intend to use eyeshadow, and I have found that unless I'm only wearing mascara, I need to always have eyeshadow. Otherwise my jawline tends to crease because my lids tend to get a little bit oily. I'm going to take this shade, Bamboo, and I'm going to put that all over my lids. I'm just making sure that I go up to my crease because I want to use a different shade to try and blend it into my crease. Something a bit softer because it is smoky but not insanely so, if that makes sense. I'm going to take Fresco, this one here, and I'm going to put that into my crease. It is kind of like a taupe shade, and it's supposed to help just make a bit more of a gradient. I mean, honestly, if you wanted to, you could probably just use more Bamboo and put that in the lids and smoke that out. I just wanted to try and use more of the eyeshadows just so you could see how they all perform. Honestly, on a day-to-day basis, I try and use fewer eyeshadows just because it's more time consuming. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take some more Bamboo and I'm going to put that under my eyes. This step is pretty much always required if you are trying to do a smoky eye, otherwise it looks really top heavy. But how far you go in, that is entirely up to you. I try to make it about 2/3 of the way in so that I can highlight the center. Okay. So there's this really dark shade at the end called Espresso Bean. I feel like these really dark shades can be used as eyeliners as well. So it's totally up to you how dark you want your shadow to be, but I'm just going to use black eyeliner. So I think I am safe to, ooh, it's very pigmented, to go in with this into my crease to really smoke it out. If you can tell, it's like really pigmented. Dark shades do tend to be really pigmented, so it's more just like apply them very sparingly and then build on it so you don't over apply. Blend that out a little bit. I think the lines were a little bit harsh. I think that's pretty smoky. When I look in the camera, it just doesn't seem very smoky. I think because I don't have my eyeliner and mascara on, and also because it seems really bright. I'm sure in real life it seems pretty intense. If I wanted to stick to this line of just browns here, I would probably just take this, but I'm going to go with this one just because I wanted something a little bit shimmery. I'm just going to apply it to my brow bone and the inner corner of my eyes. It's pretty light anyways. It's pretty subtle. You won't notice the fact that it is a bit more of a pinky tone rather than a neutral tone. I think my eyeshadow is done. I'm just going to put on liner, mascara, and my brows, and then I will zoom out and I will come back. I've finished off the rest of my makeup, lipstick, liner, mascara, brows, and I just feel like it just looks so much more put together when you have all those elements. So yeah, the palette. So my opinion of it has not really changed a whole lot since my blog post. One of the things that I forgot to mention in the blog post, which I should have mentioned that I forgot, is that I personally, the quality is, as I said, amazing. The quality is just so good. So good. It is really pigmented. It is quite blendable. I found some of the shades a little bit more difficult to blend out than usual, but generally I would say this is a really great palette. I'm so glad I bought it. The only thing I will say, the one sort of negative which I didn't mention in my blog post is that I don't know if all the shades picked were correct. Like, for example, I felt like Bamboo and Fresco didn't really go well together, even though I have put it together. Just when I look at my eye, I'm just like, I don't know if it was the perfect choice. I feel like, see, you've got, even though these are all neutrals, they're all not sitting in the same complementary family, if that makes sense. These two, like Truffle and Fresco, are a little bit more warm, whereas Bamboo and Espresso Bean are more cool tone. So I don't feel like they go together. So I don't think if you want to use all 6 or 5 of the 6 in a complete look, I think it might look a little bit odd because they are different tones. Funnily enough, I didn't notice that for the purple shadow. I felt like all the purple shadows went together really well. It's just the neutral line that has that bit of inconsistency in my opinion. I think it would have been really good if they just stuck to warm or cool rather than a little bit warm and a little bit cool, because I just don't feel like it's as versatile as you may want it to be. I think it might suit some people. Personally, for me, I prefer it to be all like a line of really consistent shadows that will all work together really well no matter which combination I throw in, whereas I feel like I find myself being a little bit more restricted on the colors because of that. So that's just worth keeping in mind if you are looking to buy it and you want to use it as like your only palette, then you might want to reconsider. But I think it's a great compliment to anybody's collection, personally. I mean, they're not bad shadows, they're good. I'm just thinking when this video is going to go out because I'm kind of pre-filming a little bit just because I'm going on holiday soon, so I just want to make sure I have enough videos to schedule in. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Selena reporting from my room. Back to you, internet.